It is time for Hello, Mr. President Now, segment where we focus on issues that you're dealing with within your community. Remember that if you have not yet sent us a video of what you're experiencing in your communities, you can do so by just taking out your phone and recording an up to 1 minute video. Send that to us at hellomrpresidenttv@gmail.com. And every Wednesday at this time, we will play it for the entire nation and the world to see and call on to the policymakers to answer to them. You can also WhatsApp it to us via our WhatsApp line 0550-585832, and we will deal with it every Wednesday at 9:30 right here on Breakfast Daily. We will take a look at the first video we received and then continue the conversation.
It's one of the deplorable bridge linking from Nalerigu to Gambaga, Walwale, Tamale, and Bolgatanga, and wherever. This is the state of a bridge, one single bridge that has been this way for 4 years now. Nothing has been done to it. We are calling on the government officials. You can see heavy duties are passing this road, and we need the government officials to attend to us immediate effect. In fact, this road is the main road that heavy duties trucks passes here. We are calling on government officials, the MP, that's the minister, the local government, and rural development, and the DC, Honorable Nashiru Abdullah.
So what you're looking at there is Nalerigu. It's actually the capital of the newly created Northeast region. If you can imagine what a capital city should look like, that's Nalerigu. And the resident there, Anas, is on the line with us to really help us appreciate what the problem is. Good morning, Anas. Good morning. Are you with us?
Hello. Yeah, I'm with you.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, good morning, Zupa.
Thank you so much for being with us. Can you please help us understand when this problem even started?
Good morning, TV3. You're giving Citi TV and your channel viewers.
Tell us more about the problem in your community.
This problem started just 4 years ago, almost 4 years now.
Mm-hmm. How? Like, was it a small hole that developed into this big, massive thing that we're seeing?
So the opposition parliamentary candidate Alaji Baba attended to this bridge, but because of the heavy downpour down here, it is gradually eating up. So you can see that the bridge is actually eating up. So we are calling on the government officials. You see, the Minister for Local Government is actually situated in Nalerigu.
That's Hajia Alima Mahama, right?
Yes, and currently has to take his town. So he has no concern about it.
Mm-hmm. How has this made life difficult for people in the area?
So I think, Nalerigu, our leaders are faced or are faced with core leadership and unconcerned leadership. The Northeast Regional Minister is from Burugu, and he's aware of it.
Mm-hmm. But
Solomon Ward, he has been passing through the route, the DCE, and then the DCE honoring Abdullah Danlari. They have been going through this route, but when you ask them about it, they said, few minutes ago we went to him and he told us that he will attend to this bridge 2 weeks later. So we have to seek for the media to look for these government officials to come and help us address this situation. In fact, Zipa, currently the MP is faced with a
wow. But this big hole here, has any car fallen in before? What are the problems that it brings you?
Yes, in fact, you see that we have kept some signboards on them to signify that there's danger there. The DCE and the government officials in Nalerigu, Gambaga are not adhering to our grievances. So we can see that we have to, with our new relationship, look for the media to come and help us link up these things so that any government official somewhere can help us address this situation. In fact, it is a death trap. It's a great death trap that can cause a lot of mayhem to the citizens of Nalerigu, Gambaga.
How are the people feeling generally about this being there for years and leaders not doing anything about it? How do you feel as a citizen seeing this and your leaders not doing anything about it?
How will we get them to address this situation, to pay attention to us? They never pay any attention to this bridge. But when you tell them, they don't mind. We are only concerned with this current election. They want to win election. Don't mind what the welfare of the citizens.
Okay, so Anas, we have your MC on the line. We'll call you back. We're going to engage him and then speak to you again, okay?
I'll be waiting.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you very much, Anas.
Thank you.
So we have the MC of East Mamprosi on the line, Abdul Nasiru Dalandi. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Now, Anas, who's a resident of your area, says that I'm sure you've seen the nature of the road and the impact it's having on the people of that community. Can you tell us a bit about what you've done to solve this problem? Okay, it looks like we have a bad connection there, but we'll try and get the MC back. Yes. We'll try and get him back on the line, but as you can see there, that's no
Hello.
Yes, are you there? Okay, you're here. Okay, please go ahead.
A call interrupted. A call interrupted. Let me hear the question again.
Tell us a bit about the problem from your perspective and why it's persisted all these years.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning and good morning to your listeners. I think that Citi TV is a very reputable station. We had to do this interview. Hello?
I'm here. Go ahead. Continue.
Hello?
I'm here. Continue. We're listening.
Okay. Thank you. I said that your station is a very reputable station.
Thank you very much.
And many listeners, Ghanaians, are listening to your station. This very bridge that you are talking of, first of all, it is not the bridge. It is not the bridge that is damaged. It is not the bridge, as you can see from the video. The video indicates that whilst the editing is going, cars are passing. You can see a bus, you can see a articulated truck. What happened is that the Nalerigu town roads from 2017 to 2019 has been worked on. The whole town is started. And when you look at the road, it's like that particular portion of the road from the BMT end to the GM Bank. And then from Nalerigu town, from the Nayeri Palace coming down to the GM Bank, and also from the old police station coming to the GM Bank. The contractor connected all the water from that point and then discharged the water to join other drain at where you are seeing this thing. And I think that it was an engineering problem.
Okay.
When he did that, they removed from GM Bank, they removed the 0.6 drain and replaced it with 0.9 drain. That has increased the volumes of water from town, all discharging to that place. And it is choking the banks of that road. If you look at it, at the edge, that's the edge.
Yes.
So this thing, it came in just the beginning of this race that we realized that the volume of water coming there is disturbing the edges of the road. Mm-hmm. Fortunately, Northeast region has it now has what we call an urban roads directorate. Mm-hmm. Urban road director, we wrote as an assembly. This one is under urban roads. Yeah. So we wrote to inform the regional coordinating council through the urban road directorate that something has to be worked on, or something has to be done on that particular road. So first of all, let me just dismiss the assertion that it is 4 years ago. If it is 4 years ago, the guy talking, you can see he's talking from political line. 4 years ago, I can say my party is not up to 4 years.
Not necessarily. He's a Ghanaian and he's a resident, so he has the right to say that.
I know.
But what's the output of the work you did if people still have to travel on this road?
Yes.
How do you measure the output of the work you did?
We have taken it as an emergency. 2 weeks ago, I addressed the assembly and I announced to the assemblymen from Nalerigu that a contractor has been identified. The procurement process. We cannot just go and tell somebody to start going there.
So the contractor who messed it up, what is he going to face for doing such a shoddy work for the people?
I cannot describe it as a shoddy work. I think you have to understand what I'm saying. They directed the water to that level, and the volume for water that came there is disturbing the edges of the road. Yes. And as an urban road director, so we are going to take it up there. Because it was the urban road directorate that awarded the contract to the contractor.
So what's the next step?
So they are asking the contractor, the next step is that we brought a contractor there. It's mobilizing to site.
Okay.
It's mobilizing to site. And I'm telling you that next week going, today is Wednesday.
Yes.
Maybe by Wednesday, when we are talking, it will be a different thing. The person who called you will tell you that something is being done.
So I will call you next week, Wednesday, to follow up on this. Is that okay? Because you've given me a deadline of next week, Wednesday, that I will see something different.
Because I've spoken with the contractor that we took there.
Okay.
If the guy was around, he would have seen me and the urban road director bringing somebody there to look at it.
Okay.
So the guy said he would, because when I got the hint that you were going to do, I also wanted to find out from the guy when exactly that he can be on site, so that I can speak to it.
Okay.
And I will not lie to you and your listeners. That's what I want to tell you.
Okay.
So the assertion that government officials are not doing anything cannot be true.
But we're seeing the output of the work you've done, Honorable.
Yes. The output of that's what I'm telling you. We brought it that we didn't know that the water would disturb that part of the road.
Thank you.
And
so we will call you.
And we are going to work on that.
We will call you next week, Wednesday, Honorable Nasiru, on the update on the status of this road. Is that okay?
Yeah, that is it.
Thank you very much for being with us this morning. We'll take a look at our next video that we received this week.
We are here to appeal to the government and other NGOs, benevolent institutions, and people who can help us to overcome our water challenge. In fact, this community is faced with a water crisis. Even though, arguably, in the rainy season, we may be perceived to have a good water to drink. But to me, knowing the health hazards and being a health student, I know it's not something that we can tout as a good water. You can see for yourself, this is the water that we drink as a result of lack of potable water. And this arguable is not a good drinking water. Why? Because you can see from the far end, this side, we just have our cemetery closer to the water. And this, I know, is a health threat to the community. So we want to appeal to NGOs and other benevolent organizations and governments. Even though the community in itself, by its initiative, we have a different land that could be used as a cemetery. But there is a challenge to that because there's no straight path to the place, especially in the rainy season. We need a bridge and a route to cross that bridge so that we can make use of that new allocation for cemetery. So we are appealing to the NGOs and other government organizations.
That's the Wayama community in Tamale South. And as you can see there, it's nothing to write home about. Ghanaian citizens are drinking this type of water in this 21st century Ghana. Water that is not even fit for your dog or cat to drink. I mean, I am lost for words. And the young man who did the video is going to join us pretty soon to talk to us about how long this problem has been. It's been over 20 years since they've been dealing with this issue. NGOs have come in to try and help. Different governments have come in, yet we have still not solved this problem. And I say this every day, that the standard of the most vulnerable amongst us determines how far we've come in our development. You're seeing that water, you see people actually going to fetch the water to drink, to make food with, to use as he's speaking. So we have him on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, Wayamba?
I'm fine.
Thank you so much for being with us, Yakubu. Can you please tell us a bit about this issue?
Okay. Historically, the water problem in Wayamba can be traced back to the late 1970s.
Okay.
Because the community people were suffering regarding the water situation until Action Aid came to the community. Mm-hmm. So when they came, they realized that the water problem was the #1 situation in the community. So they tried helping to solve the problem. So what happened was that I'm told they went and met with the Ghana Water Company in order to fix the problem. So the budget was given to them, and they went and prepared and gave the money out. Unfortunately, it got to the hands of the local representative, a name they said Guzitano that I can recollect. Mm-hmm. A name they said Guzitano that I'm not able to testify.
Yeah, go ahead.
As to whether name, I don't know. Mm-hmm. So when the money got into his hand, instead of him to give the money to the Ghana Water Company, that he went and sought for the help of a private person. So they bought the pipes and came to the community. They started laying the pipe until they get to the main junction where they wanted to connect the water. So Ghana Water got the hint, and I think it became a problem between the two. So Action Aid, also hearing this, tried to order the man to resolve the issue with Ghana Water Company. But unfortunately, I think it didn't work well. So later, the connection was done, but it was not done correctly. Mm-hmm. So they didn't use a T-joint at the junction. And unfortunately, the area where they connected the water is hilly in nature. If somebody is familiar with the airport Tamale route, when you are from airport coming and reach a hotel we call African Dream Hotel, and your immediate left, your immediate right, that when you are climbing the hill, you see a 5-story building at the right. The junction is just at the filling station, known as the Fountain Filling Station. And that was where the water was connected. So it's hilly in nature. So we don't know what happened, and the water was not flowing. So fast forward, the current minority leader, who is Honorable Haruna Idrisu, the Wayamba community is his hometown. So he came and realized that the water situation was affecting the people of the community. So he also tried to help. I know for a fact that he sent engineers to the community, and they were able to make estimates as to the number of pipes that will be used in connecting the water from a nearby community known as Jabakshi. So after that, we didn't hear anything. Rumor has it that the budget was too much for him that I cannot speak to. And some rumors that we hear too, that the constituency in which he has, there was some agitation that when that happens, they are going to demonstrate strongly, because that is not the constituency in which he is treated. I don't know whether those rumors were true, but I know for a fact that he sent engineers and they traced the community to the nearby community he wanted to fill it for. So as to what the issue is, I will not be able to tell. Now, fast forward, getting to the MPP primaries. The current MP, who is ABA Fustini. So he provided us with pipes. We came out as a community to dig and lay the pipes, and the connection too was a problem. So he came with an expert, an engineer who swore that when he connected from the junction, the water was going to flow. But unfortunately, he didn't live to see the connection. He passed this on before the connection was done. Mm-hmm. So Water Aid, in conjunction with Integra, came to mount a polytank at the community, and was funded by the SSBC. So they came to mount a polytank at the community to be supplying us with water to serve as a reservoir when the water flows. Mm-hmm. So they went and did the connection with the MP's work. Unfortunately, that one was not done correctly again, because the kind of joining that they didn't use the T joint again.
But Yakubu, so do you get the sense that let us know the impact it's had on the people, because over 20 years, all these people are trying to solve the problem, and they've all failed. How do people there feel?
As for the impact, we can only mention a few. We all know that water is life, as they say. And most of the women in the community, the businesses that they do is rice processing and groundnut processing. And you know, this kind of activities involves a lot of water. So the water is only available to us in the rainy season, which is not even a good drinking water, the polluted river water that we normally rely on. So getting to somewhere February, the river will dry up. So they don't have access to water to carry out these businesses. And for that matter, they are not able to carry out their business activities in order to support their children go to school. So you see that at the end of it all, productive life is used in taking care of children who might have drunk this dirty water and getting waterborne diseases such as cholera or diarrhea. Mm-hmm. So it's really affecting us negatively. And children cannot go to school on time because they will have to walk miles to get water in order that their lives become better. So the water situation is really serious.
Thank you very much, Yakubu, for being with us and helping us appreciate the magnitude of this problem within your area. We did reach out to your MCE, Honorable Idrisu Mariam. Yesterday, she agreed to speak to us, but this morning we've called her several times. She has not picked up, so we will revisit this issue again next week. But thank you so much for being with us, Yakubu.
It's a pleasure.
So there you have it. You know, Ghanaians, this is supposed to be the year of roads, yet people still have issues with their roads right near Tamale. Thankfully, the DCE says that problem will be solved by next week. So we'll be calling him next week, Wednesday, to check on the status of that problem. And water, young people, mothers, old people, you need water. Water is life. There's absolutely no reason why we should be struggling for over 20 years to solve a water problem in this community, for people to have access to clean water. If you have any issues in your area that authorities have not solved, just take out your phone and record an up to 1 minute video. We want to show your experiences to the world. The email to send that to is hello@mrpresidenttv@gmail.com, and you can WhatsApp it to us at 0550-585832. And every Wednesday at 9:30, we will show it to the world. Hi there. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends.
This is Breakfast Daily on Citi TV.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Join us for breakfast daily, only on Citi TV.